pastor, and I got to learn how. I ain't got no, I don't know how to, I don't know nothing, And he says, I get all the kooks. I get all the kooks. He says, Sonny, go back to the dormitory, get on your knees and pray to God. Because it's going to take a miracle for you to even pass this course, let alone major in English and graduate. Well, I don't know what God did. I never took any training with dyslexia. I never had any special ed. But I passed that course with a C-. I graduated from the university with a 3.58 in English and became an junior high school English teacher. I remember the prayer I prayed when he sent me back to my dorm, and I got on my knees and I opened my Bible. It was Philippians 2:13. God is always at work in you to make you both willing and able to fulfill my purposes. His purpose was for me to become a pastor. I was willing, finally became willing. I argued with God and argued with God. So you're choosing material that's not even potentially possible to be a pastor or to speak or to preach or any of that stuff. He says, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. But I said, Lord, I'm here at school. I'm majoring in English. I'm willing, but I'm flunking. I'm not able. I can't do this. It's not in my DNA. It's not in my nature. But it says he's not only, he's working us to make us both willing and able. He made me able by a miracle of God. And this is what he did for Philemon, for Onesimus. He took Onesimus, who was useless and was untrustworthy, unfaithful, stole money from his owner, ran away, and he converted him and changed him and called him. And then along the way, he had to work in the Apostle Paul's heart to say, Onesimus, we have to do the right thing. You have to go back to your owner and make right. If he kills you, you go straight to heaven. Don't worry. A lot of comfort, right? But it's true, and it should be a comfort. If he doesn't kill you, he'll work you to death. And if he doesn't do that, he'll forgive you, and you maybe can learn to relate and get along as partners again. So the Apostle Paul did his part, gave the proper instruction, as any pastor should. When somebody comes and gets saved, go make right now. Go make right. He tells them, go make right. Onesimus was scared to death. I mean, literally scared to death. Decides to go make right. You see, each person has a part in this great miracle. And Philemon, when it comes to him, he has the power of life and death, legally. The power of life and death. And he chooses, freely and voluntarily, to partner with the Apostle Paul and gives him Onesimus. And Onesimus gets to go to the seminary of the great St. Paul, who is, by this time, you can see from this letter, he's become more than the great St. Paul. He's become the greatest missionary of all time. He knows how to create partnerships. He knows how to run teamwork. He knows how to get God's purposes accomplished. And it took all these people. Now, you translate this. You have to translate this to your own setting, to your own life, to your own marriage, to your own family, to your own workplace, to your own church. God has purposes. And I believe he has great purposes for the Nepean Baptist Church. Great purposes. But he needs your okay, your agreement, your yes. I'll cross the Rubicon. I will do whatever it takes to fulfill your purposes, Lord. I will get myself out of the way. I will cross the Rubicon. If you want me to teach Sunday school, I'll teach Sunday school. If you want me to do this, if you want me to work with old cuss so-and-so that I don't like, I'll let you help me like it. And have a good time and enjoy and actually have fun working with them. God's got great miracles. Onesimus, the bishop of the church at Ephesus. Can you imagine that? This runaway, worthless slave. He got to go to the seminary of the great St. Paul. This is a book, I believe, every student in Bible school and every wannabe pastor in seminary should memorize to learn how to share their great authority. Because without a doubt, Jesus Christ has placed the pastor in the church to be the leader of that church and to have authority to lead that church. He said, therefore, although in Christ I could be bold and order you, and the church should respond and say, okay, you're the one God sent. But I would rather, let's work this out as loving brothers. Let's talk things over. What do you think? I don't want to pressure you or force you to do anything. Now look at Philemon. He's asked to do the impossible. He's asked to pay a tremendous price of pride and step down and humble himself and do this. He has all the influence. He's the man at the church of Colossae. You know, every church, until the man gives the nod, it doesn't happen. I remember when at Century Baptist Church in Bismarck, a church plant, you know, we were at the stage where we were wanting to do an addition. And, well, okay.